15. Also time for our first part of today's In the Know. Peoria Fashion Week, as we've been telling you, is approaching fast, and a chance to highlight all the talented designers Central Illinois has to offer. One of them doing more than just showing off his own designs. That guy's secret is working to give men a little extra flair and add all in a place that they can rely on, too. We got Aaron Selberg here in-house to tell us more about it. Good morning, Aaron. How are you doing?
Good morning, John. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Good to have you here on a Monday.
Thanks for having me.
I do want to touch a little bit real quick on this jacket here. This looks like an Eagle Scout jacket. Is that the case?
It is, yeah. So my dad was an Eagle Scout, and I designed this whole jacket, this whole piece. So
nice. Oh,
yeah.
It looks good. It's a good. Honestly, I love the patches.
Thanks, man.
That's the right splashes of color, right? And
yeah.
Honestly, I'm not the fashion expert here. You are. How did you get into the field?
So I actually started in the industry when I was 16, and in high school I was working at a store called Backrack, which you probably don't remember. They closed in like '07.
Okay.
And went to work at Joseph A. Bank and Men's Warehouse and a couple of other menswear stores or businesses that sold menswear. And when I was like 18, I'm like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to open my own store. I want to design my own stuff. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. It only took 20 years, but...
Hey, you know what? Better late than never, though,
That's
right? Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about what you sell, because it's menswear, but with a particular styling to it, right? There's a little extra detail that you can't really find anywhere else.
Yeah. So what we focus on, like the whole idea of the company itself when it was started, like 6 or 7 years ago, was helping guys become more confident, right? Deion Sanders had a saying. He said, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good. When they play good, the pay is good. So basically, in our eyes, style equals confidence. Confidence equals success, not just in work, but in life in general.
I love that.
So, yeah.
And you know what? That's something that I think a lot of guys maybe sometimes need some guidance on, right?
You know, every guy is confident. Like, if you're confident, that's cool. But every guy needs a little bit, just a little boost of confidence, right?
Absolutely.
Could just be whatever. Could be
every
anything.
little bit helps.
That's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the designs. And we'll actually be seeing some later in the show as well that will be on the runway at Peoria Fashion Week.
Yeah.
What are you bringing to the table?
So we're bringing a lot of stuff that we have designed. We've really dabbled heavily into like the tailored side of things, which would basically be suits and ties and shirts and stuff like that. We've designed our own denim as well. And so one of the big things that we're going to heavily feature this year is Dapper by That Guy's Secret, which is a capsule wardrobe for the modern gentleman. Ooh. So it is suits and things of that nature, but it's all designed to work together. You buy one package and everything comes together and it all mixes and matches.
Oh, that's perfect. So you don't have to be going out to buy outfit after outfit. You got interchangeable parts.
Right. And it's also for the guy who wants to be a little bit more fashionable.
Sure.
But doesn't really know where to start.
Absolutely.
So,
and it's not going to totally bust your bank,
right,
either,
exactly.
which is nice, too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about where people can find you. Where's the store at?
So we're located in Northwoods Mall.
Okay.
I hesitate to say we're in the old Hollister, but we are. We're in the old Hollister, and it's in that space is just such a vibe. If you've never been in there, you just come in and take a look at the store and just feel the vibe and how cool it is in there. We've done a really good job. My team and I have done a really, really good job to try and make it something that's totally different than anywhere else in Peoria.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, I have been in there, and yes, the vibe is so cozy.
It's awesome.
So
right?
mature. It's exactly the kind of place I want to shop for men's clothing in. So, Aaron, I absolutely love it. And we are not done with you yet. We're going to bring on some of your designs a little later in the show for part 2 of In the Know. So I'm not letting you get out yet. We're going to keep you back for the next half hour.
Looking forward to it.
Perfect. All righty. Well, in the meantime, we got some birthday shout-outs to give in just a little bit, including a particularly big one for our team. Stay tuned to find out who it is. For part 2, as promised, of In the Know, yeah, things look a little different, but I'd say for the better. Earlier on, we were talking to Aaron Selberg and That Guy's Secret, and he was telling us all about how his passion for fashion really comes through in his designs. And right here today, we are honored to have a couple of those designs on display, and Aaron's going to share more about the process behind creating them and what you might see if you go to Peoria Fashion Week coming up very soon. So, Aaron, first of all, welcome back.
Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Good to see you again. So,
you too.
Let's walk through a couple of these, and we can just go straight down the line, because we were talking about it a little earlier. The team agreed. It's sort of bringing back maybe a modern take to sort of that old school, preppy kind of look.
Yeah, I very much, my heart lives in the preppy Ivy aesthetic of the 1930s and 40s. But, I mean, we all know back in the 90s, preppy was huge again, Abercrombie & Fitch and all those guys. So you see down in the end, I'll start down there, you've got the the khaki shorts with the cardigan sweater and a shirt and tie loosened up. It gives that very much a 90s kind of preppy vibe, but it's all modern fabrics and you know, modern cuts, everything like that. So it's a little bit more updated.
For sure.
And then the middle, we've got the spring aesthetic with the goose down vest with the suede trimming, wool shacket, and then silk and cotton sweater. Turtlenecks have been huge the last few years, so we wanted to bring a turtleneck into the store. So we went with a baby cable knit sweater.
Okay. That's that thinner material?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and that's the weave that's on it.
Gotcha.
And then down here on the end, we've got some dark navy trousers with a mauve silk and linen blend jacket. And then one of our Dapper dress shirts, which is one of the shirts from the collection that we talked about before. And then the baby blue over the shoulder, again, very 90s preppy aesthetic. And that's just kind of where my heart lives. And if you can see, I mean, obviously, the color of the season for us is fuchsias and mauves and things of that nature. So
absolutely. And I wanted to ask, too, because there's a lot of consistency here in the styling.
Yeah.
When it comes to picking those colors, your materials, what's sort of the process like for you?
Well, you know, a lot of it is just kind of like dependent on what I'm feeling at the time when we're kind of picking everything.
Sure, yeah.
And what I want to do with our store is bring a color story and bring a narrative to Peoria that's not really been seen before. Okay. And with that being the case, everything kind of goes across all the different landscapes of what we offer, from the suiting all the way down to the casual side of things, and everything is designed and picked to work together. Absolutely. So you can come in and pick whatever you want, and it's all going to work.
And you were mentioning the concept, there was a name for it, the box that you can get too, right?
Yeah, the Dapper by That Guy Secret.
That's it.
Which the suit I'm wearing is the Dapper program.
Gotcha. Wait, hey, looks great.
Thank you.
So I can see why people would want that, yeah.
So yeah, it's all designed to work together. For fall, we had one that was, our Dapper collection was 14 items. Okay. And it was 192 different combinations.
Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable.
6 months worth of clothes.
I love that. Yeah. And you know what, knowing guys, right, I mean, maybe myself included, the easier the better when it comes to picking outfits, right? Exactly. So, oh my gosh. All right, one more time, where can people find That Guy's Secret?
We are located in Northwoods Mall, upper level near JCPenney at the Old Hollister. Said with much disdain, but it is what it is. Yeah, so we're there all the time, so we're always there.
I'm sure you guys have kind of purged the smell of all the cologne out by this point, right?
Yeah. Heidi staged the store a couple times, so.
Gotcha.
Went through and burned out that whole Hollister junk. So.
Maybe light a few candles along the way, too, right?
Yeah.
Aaron, thanks so much for showing off your stuff here. This looks amazing. And by the way, you can check out these designs at Peoria Fashion Week. We're going to be talking more about it leading up to it as well, but be sure to see these live when that happens. Aaron, thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks, Sean.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be back with entertainment news after the break. Stick around.